Hi, this is Stephen Brower of Raritan Valley Community College. This is for the computer literacy class, summer 2017. This is an addendum to Chapter 3 on system software. So there's a handful of things that I'm going to show both from a Mac and a PC point of view. This video is just going to be the Mac. There'll be another video that's the PC. And so a couple things. One is if I just want to see the files on the hard drive, I can go into the Finder, and by default what comes up is all my files. And if I want to go, like if I'm saving my stuff to documents, I can go and take a peek, or by clicking on this, the documents that are here. If I switch to this sort of a detail mode, then I actually can see sort of the dates and times and sizes of the files. So it's one way I can just see. Let's say I have two documents that are quite similar. By seeing the date modified, this is at a glance. It could have been acquired the other way, but I'm just more showing for those that are used to sort of the Windows view, how we can see similar things. Okay. In terms of information about the computer, well, there's two things. One, the configuration, and the other one, I'm sorry, I had a little interruption. So if I want to look at the information about the computer, if I go to the Apple and then do About This Mac, one, this is sort of an overview of which version of the operating system I'm on, at a high glance, how sort of the hard drive is laid out. But coming back here to the overview, if I do a system report, then this is where I can find some more specific information in terms of how this computer is configured. I'm not going to go into each one, but it's just at a glance how you can see. Okay, let me just go click on one. So I go into memory, and it actually is giving the detail of how the memory is set up on this computer. Now, to bring up the equivalent of Task Manager, if I do, and I think there's another way to do this, but I kind of learned a shortcut. But if I do Command Space, ignore the fact that it actually says Activity Monitor. That's because that was the last thing I was searching for. But if you then start to type here in the Spotlight search and type Activity Monitor, then it will bring up the Activity Monitor. So let me click on like the CPU. So this here would be listing, this is like the processes that are running, how much CPU time that they're using. So here's a glance at the load in the CPU. If I click on memory, the same thing for the apps that are running. How much memory are they taking? Overall view of memory here. And things, in terms of what actually is going out to the network and sort of the network traffic at the present moment. So, for comparing this in a sense to like Windows, then this would be kind of like the equivalent of the Task Manager. For information on a sort of a specific task, in a sense, now I can sort by the name. If I just click on this, click on this, it'll sort alphabetically, and so I can go and I can see the, sort of the Google Chrome that's going on here. But with a single one selected, I can go and bring up maybe a little more specific information about it. Something I learned the hard way the first time, I was thinking that quit was going to just quit the menu, but what it actually tries to do is try to quit the process that's highlighted. Now, might be a good thing if you're trying to kill Google Chrome in case it's locked or something like that, but you don't want to do this accidentally. So I'll just X out of this window. Okay, so this was just a very brief peek at a couple things on the Mac. So I looked at getting detailed information on files and looked at getting configuration information and current process information regarding the Mac.